In this video, I'm going to show you how to plan your day the night before so that you can set yourself up for success. What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. I'm Coach Simone. I upload weekly videos on how to simplify your life and become the person you aspire to be. So if you're interested in personal development, hit the big subscribe button below and the bell next to it to get notified every time I upload a new video. Now let's jump right into the video. Alright guys, if you've been running around overwhelmed with all the things that you know you need to do, and you need a more structured approach to your day, I hear you. I've tried lots of things throughout the years, but unfortunately most of them didn't work for me. The thing is, none of the to-do lists or calendar blockings are gonna work for you if you don't have clarity on these three things. The amount of work you need to do, how much time it actually takes you to finish a task, and which tasks are worth your time and energy. So in this video, I'm going to share with you my 7 tips that will help you plan your day the night before and make sure that you've done everything in your power to set yourself up for a productive and fulfilling day. Now let's jump right into my first tip. Write down everything you need to do the week ahead. Before you write down the tasks for the day, try to have a rough idea of all the things that you need to accomplish by the end of the week. Let's say it's Sunday, and you need to plan ahead for Monday. Try to think of all the things you need to do for the entire week. Write down anything you can think of, not only work-related things, but also personal goals and meetings. Here's an example if you're an entrepreneur. Shoot 2 videos, edit video, record a podcast episode, write a blog post, have 3 client calls, create graphics for social media, have 5 free discovery calls, look for an assistant, reply to YouTube comments, shop for groceries, have a date night with my husband, and clean the house. Okay, let's say that you need to do all of these things in a week. Now let's move on to my second tip. See which of these tasks are time-bound or have already been scheduled into your calendar. For example, you may need to go to the dentist at 8 a.m. on Friday. Schedule it in your calendar. Doesn't matter whether you use an offline calendar, planner, or Google Calendar. Just block that chunk of time. Let's say you will spend approximately 3 hours there, including commute. Block 7:30 to 10:30 a.m. for this task. Now, what else can you put on the calendar for the week? Perhaps a client call has already been scheduled for Tuesday at 3 p.m. and it's gonna take you 1 hour, but you need 30 minutes to prepare and 30 minutes to follow up. So put on the calendar 2:30 to 4:30. And here's a pro tip. Give yourself more time than you think you're gonna need. You will save yourself a lot of hassle. And if you want to take it a step further, check out this video next, where I actually talk about my 10 favorite productivity secrets. I will link it below. Now schedule all the things you can put on your calendar, and let's move on to step 3. Track how much time each task will probably take you. Okay, now that you've already put everything you need to do for the next week on paper, it's time to write down the approximate amount of time every task is gonna take you. And if you've never done any of these tasks before, which I highly doubt, try to give yourself a time buffer to readjust in case they take you more time than you thought. Here's what I decided to do to track my time better. I started tracking every single task. Every time you start a task, write down the time you started, and once you're done, look at the clock and write down the time you finished it. That will help you determine how much time you spend on a task, whether or not the task is worth your time, and if you can do something to increase your productivity and eliminate distractions in the future. Now, as far as planning how much time it's going to take you to finish each one of these tasks, write down next to each one of them how many hours you think you're going to need. All of the numbers are random and simply for the purpose of this exercise. Okay, now that you have a clear idea of all the things that you need to do by the end of the week, let's move on to tip number 4, which is all about planning the next day. Schedule things only for the next day. Now take a look at your list and see all the things that you can schedule for Monday. Let's say you want to do the following on Monday. You have a scheduled client call in the afternoon, but you also want to shoot 2 new videos, and there's a free discovery call that's right there in the middle. You see what makes this day complicated? The fact that you've chosen different types of tasks, and it will take you more time to switch between them than it would have taken you if you simply decided to batch. Let's say you dedicate Mondays on filming YouTube videos, Tuesdays for client calls, Wednesdays for discovery calls, etc. But let's say you're not an entrepreneur and it's not realistic to batch all of your tasks. Let's say you have different types of tasks and you need to act fast and move things around. What do you do then? Try to organize your day as much as you can around the things that are already scheduled. Here's an example. If you have a client call at 4 p.m. and a free discovery call at 1 p.m., and you want to shoot 2 YouTube videos that will take you approximately 6 hours, you can do one of the following. You can shoot them both in the morning, you can shoot them after your client call, you can shoot one in the morning and one after the afternoon call. Or you can shoot one video and push the next one for another day. The important thing to note here is that if you can, it's a great idea to batch similar tasks together. But if you can move things around, being flexible is the best thing you can do about it. Now remember, when you're planning your day in the evening, also make sure to take into account your morning routine, your lunch break, maybe a coffee break, and of course, at what point you get off work, and relaxation time in the evening. As far as productivity goes, I made a free downloadable checklist for you guys. It consists of 10 productivity secrets that will help you take your productivity to the next level. Just click the link in the description box below or visit pages.coachsimona.com/productive. Tip number 5 is to limit your to-do list to 5 things. In the example I mentioned before, I had only 4 items on my to-do list. But if your to-do list consists of more than 5 things, try to limit them as much as you can. Ask yourself these questions to determine the importance of each one of these tasks. Number 1. What is the most urgent task that I need to do tomorrow? 2. What can I postpone for another day or not do at all? 3. Can I delegate some of these tasks to someone else? And 4. Which one of these tasks is important but not that urgent? I'm asking all of these questions based on the Eisenhower matrix, which I actually explained how to use in this video on how to get out of your own way. I will link it below. It will also help you determine which habits and routines are actually sabotaging you. Now let's hop on to my next tip. 6. Try out different productivity systems and see what works for you. We are all different, and what works for me may not work for you and vice versa. Here are some planning systems you can try and see what suits you best. Number 1. A simple to-do list. We all know how that looks like. It's all about writing down things you need to do the night before and crossing them off the next day. 2. Google Calendar. It can help you schedule them at certain times and use the notification system so you're always up to date. 3. Productivity Planner. This is the one I use. It's essentially based on the Pomodoro technique, and it helps you track down how many Pomodoros it takes you to finish a task. Then you have a daily review and a weekly review. I've been meaning to do a video on how to use a productivity planner for months, but it's finally time. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on my next video on how to use a productivity planner. Now let's move on to planning system number 4, Evernote. I've been using this one for drafting things for the longest time. I like clipping images or websites that I want to refer to in the future, and it's also great for mapping out tasks. I will leave a link to it below. Also let me know in the comments below if you want me to make a separate video on how to use Evernote, and I will shoot it for you guys. Now what is the last planning system that I want to share with you? To-do list. I used this in the past, but since I've been switching off my phone, I stopped using it and starting using the productivity planner instead. However, I still recommend it because I've used it for years and it's super effective at planning your day. Tip number 7 is to reflect and review. Now that you've planned your day and you've tried different productivity systems out, it's time to reflect on what you've accomplished and which tasks didn't get done. Here are some questions you can ask yourself to reflect on your progress every single week. Number 1. What task was the most time-consuming? 2. Can I delegate it to someone else or spend less time on it? 3. Which tasks didn't get done and why? 4. If I had to rate my productivity this week from 1 to 10, how much would I give myself? 5. What can I do differently in the upcoming week to be even more productive? Now, I know that this video is all about planning your day, being more productive, and accomplishing your goals. But if you're trying to do too many things at once, you can become overwhelmed. That's why I wrote my new book, 111 Ways to Simplify Your Life, to help you reduce stress by doing less and understand that you can create a life you absolutely love and won't need an escape from. I want to help you be more mindful and find out the beautiful things that you already have in your life. If you want to learn more, visit coachsimona.com/book. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because in the next video I'm going to show you how to use the productivity planner, which actually tripled my productivity. In the meantime, while you wait for this video, I post a lot of content on personal development, so make sure to check out these two videos as well. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye!